Hi everyone, it's me, Beatty Kelly Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on today and unbox with you a deck that I've had on pre-order for quite a while. It's called Back to the Future Tarot Deck and Guidebook. It's published by Titan Books. Let's have a look at the back of the box. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Let Marty McFly and Doc Brown guide you backwards and forwards in time with this dynamically illustrated tarot deck inspired by the Back to the Future films. This stylish and comprehensive set features all your favourite characters from the iconic movie trilogy in stunning original artwork based on a classical tarot iconology. Includes a fully illustrated 78 card deck and 128 page guidebook by Titan Books. Okay, so let's open this up. So it comes in a nice lift-off box. Oops. It's got the part to pull off, but my fine motor skills are not very great, unfortunately. But it's a nice kind of lift-off box that will kind of loosen, I reckon, with age. Inside of the box is blue. So let's have a look. So you get the guidebook. The box has got like a lift-off ribbon where you can pull out the cards, and the cards are not plastic packaged. So let's have a look at the guidebook first. So as mentioned, it should be 128 pages, which it is. It's got a really nice content page. It's got the actual colour of the pages is like a blue. So the introduction, understanding your deck, then it's got the major arcana. So the Fool is Marty McFly, the Magician is Doc Brown, the High Priestess is Clara Clayton, the Empress is Lorraine Baines McFly, the Emperor is George McFly, the Hierophant is Gerald Stickland, the Lovers are Marty and Jennifer, the Chariot, Strength is George McFly. The Hermit is Doc Brown. Then it's got the Wheel of Fortune. Justice is Chief Marshal James Strickland. The Hangman is Marty McFly. Death is Mad Dog Tan Man. Temperance is Einstein. The Devil is Biff Tainman. The Tower is Hill Valley Clock Tower. The Star is Marvin Berry. The Moon is Lorraine Baines McFly. The Sun is Jennifer Parker. The Judgment is Maya Goody Wilson and the World. And then the suits are guitars, flux, rods and clocks. And then it talks about caring for your deck, methods on how to read the tarot, the spreads, about the author and about the illustrator. So it gives you a bit of an introduction. Understanding your deck. Let's have a look at this. There are 78 cards in the tarot deck. Each card has a different meaning depending on whether it's drawn and placed upright in a reading or reversed upside down. The deck is divided into two sets, the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana consists of 22 cards representing major life themes and lessons, numbered 0 to 21. They are sometimes known as the Fool's Journey because they follow the story of card 0, the Fool, a young hero who travels through life on a crooked road to enlightenment and fulfillment. In the Back to the Future tarot set, the Fool is represented by Marty McFly, the relatable hero of the movie trilogy whose extraordinary adventures take him into the past and then back to the future. His family, friends and foes feature in the 21 cards that follow, with the time machine itself representing the Chariot which is card 7. So the suit of rods corresponds to the element of air. Oh, that's interesting, and is concerned with questions of the mind, intellect, judgment, and personal belief. See, I would have put the suit of rods as the wands, but in here it's the swords. The suit of clocks is associated with money, careers, property, and material things. So clocks would be the pentacles or the coins. The suit of guitars represents the suit of inspiration, creativity, and action. So guitars would be the wands, I'm assuming. And the suit of flux is concerned with the flow of the universe. It is associated with the element of water and is concerned with emotions, intuition, and love of family, friends, and relationships. Each suit has a king, queen, knight, page with number cards from ace to 10. Okay, so flux would be the cups. That's the clock tower there. You get a nice fully coloured illustration of the archetype. The 4 represents someone about to embark on a life-changing adventure. Like Marty McFly, you may not know where the road will take you, but cheerful curiosity will carry you through. When upright, you are setting out on a journey that will shape your future. Travel with faith and embrace the new beginnings. The universe has your back. And in reverse, take care not to let reckless actions derail you. Banish distractions and maintain your idealism and focus as you head into the unknown. Friends and mentors will help you get where you need to be. It's interesting. So that's how it's laid out for the major arcana. I want to see how the minor arcanas are laid out. So the guitars, which is the wands, I think, if I'm right. It's the same sort of layout. You get an upright and reverse meaning. The flocks are the cups. The rods are the wands. And the clocks are the pentacles. I mean, with the rods, you know, in my mind, I'm associating the rods with wands because that's what wands are called sometimes in some decks. So it's interesting that the rods here are swords. So let's have a look at the spreads in here. So you've got the Flux Capacitor Tarot spread. That's a 3-card spread. And it tells you about each placement. Then you have Doc's Clock Tower Tower spread, which is a 12-card spread. And it looks like it's for the months of the year. So card 1, January is 1 o'clock. Card 2, February is 2 o'clock. Card 3, March is 3 o'clock. Card 4, April is 4 o'clock. Card 5, May is 5 o'clock, and so on and so forth. So each card represents the month. Then you've got the Road Ahead spread, which is a 5-card spread. About the author. Joanne Bourne is a writer based in southern England. She is the editor of Reader's Digest, the most amazing, haunted and mysterious places in Britain, and the most amazing places of a folklore and legend in Britain. And she is the former managing editor of the long-running card collection series Discover Astrology and Mystic Arts. A huge sci-fi fan, she lists Back to the Future as her favourite trilogy. Additionally, she has just written her first natural history memoir, Flint, a Lintic love letter. Joanne lives in a cottage on the North Downs where she is visited by crows, badgers, foxes and ghosts. You can find her on Instagram as The Born Futility. About the illustrator. George Kartasatos, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, is a Greek-Canadian illustrator based in his hometown of Kavala. He is best known for his work in the world of art paints, as well as the cover art for various comic book publishers. He studied illustration and graphic design at OCAD University in Toronto. He was previously an art decorator in a film marketing for various major film studios. He works digitally and loves having the music on full blast with on ice cold Feddo espresso by his side when he's drawing. And then it gives you a bit about Titan Books. Oh, they're based in Southwark Street. Oh. Okay, so this is a UK deck, published deck, which is good. Okay, so let's have a look at the tarot cards. So if I compare the size to a regular RWS card, they're about the same kind of size, yep, as a regular RWS card. They're also reversible. Look there. They're kind of got like a nice matte finish and they're not edged. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. So you've got the Fool, and that's Martin McFly on his skateboard. So I guess you'd have to probably know the story to kind of get the characters. This is what I'm assuming. So that's a nice picture of the Doc, who's the magician. The High Priestess. I wonder if this is the character that the Doc Brown married in Back to the Future 3. I can't remember what her name is, but I know that she was a teacher. You've got the Empress. That looks like Marty's mother. The Emperor is Marty, the main character's father. The Hierophant. I can't remember who this character is. I think he could be the head teacher. You've got the Lovers. That's Marty and his girlfriend. The Chariot is the Back to the Future car. That makes sense. Strength. This looks like an episode from the film when Marty McFly's father fights back when at the ball when he's dancing with his mother. The Hermit, Doc Brown. The Wheel of Fortune, again, is the car that takes him to the future. Justice, I don't know who this character is. It must be from Back to the Future 3. When he goes to the country and western part. The Hangman. That's again from Back to the Future Part 3, it looks like. Death. Again, looks like Back to the Future Part 3, just based on the cowboy kind of outfits and stuff. Ah, look at Temperance. You got the Devil. That's, I can't remember what this character was, but this is the guy that tried to date Marty's mum. The Tower is the Clock Tower, which again makes sense. The Star. This is one of the band singers from Back to the Future. Was it Part 2? This looks like Marty's mum when she was younger. The Sun. Again, it looks like Marty's mum. Judgment. I don't know. I can't remember this character in any of the trilogies. And the World. That's when they're going in between worlds, I guess, because it's the fire that's left from the car. So we're now in the suit of guitars, which is rods in this additional deck. So you've got the King of Guitars, which is Marty McFly. the Queen of Guitars. I'm not sure whether that's his mother or the girlfriend that he marries, or the wife-to-be. The Knight of Guitars. This is a character from Back to the Future 3. The Page of Guitars. These are Doc Brown's sons. I remember in Back to the Future Part 3, when he comes back to get his dog and destroys the machine. These are the two sons that he had. This is the Ace of Guitars, which looks like Marty McFly. The Two of Guitars. The Three of Guitars. I just want to read this part in the book because I'm not getting that depiction. It says, when he travels back to 1955, Marty McFly meets his 11-month-old uncle in his playpen. Although Josie seems happy, the bars are hemming him in. This card is all about journeys not yet taken, about thinking towards and eagerly planning for the future. Your world may be about to expand as you break out of the place you're in. Okay, that's his uncle in 1955. You've got the Four of Guitars. The Five of Guitars. Okay, so these are the guys that were trying to bully his dad in the 50s. So I guess that makes sense for the conflict. The Six of Guitars. Seven of Guitars. Eight of Guitars. Nine of Guitars. And 10 of Guitars. I guess this is when Marty had to have the burden of playing at the dance that his parents first kissed at, so that was a lot of burden on him to perform that, because if they hadn't kissed at that time, Marty would have disappeared because they wouldn't have met, and so on and so forth. So this is the suit of cups. So you've got the King of Cups, or Flukes, which is the doctor. The Queen of Flukes is the wife that he marries in Back to the Future Part 3, but I can't remember what her name is. The Knight of Flukes is Marty McFly. And the Page of Flukes looks like the younger version of his dad. Marty McFly's dad. So you've got the Ace, which looks like the inside of the car. The Two of Cups. This is when the Doc meets his wife at the dance in the Back to the Future Part 3. So probably when they first started dating. The Three of Cups. It's the remote control for the car. The Four of Cups. Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. I don't know who these characters are. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. This is the guy that wanted to marry Marty McFly's mother. I can't remember what the name of the character is in the film. And 10 of Cups, that's the doctor. and his wife that he met in Back to the Future Part 3. So the suit of rods, this edition of the sort of swords. So this looks like the Doctor again. This looks like Marty McFly's mother. I think that's the, I don't know who this knight is, it could be his daughter, I think. Page of rods. And you've got the ace of rods. The two of rods. That's the three of rods. This is when the Doctor's wife is heartbroken that he's going to go back to the future, and she kind of leaves. Four of rods. Scene here is when Marty comes back from the Western, I think that's Back to the Future Part 3, and his partner is still knocked out from Back to the Future Part 2. This looks like Marty McFly's son in Back to the Future Part 2. The six of rods. The seven of rods. The eight of rods. The nine of rods. And the 10 of rods. So this is the last suit, which is the suit of clocks, and this will be the pentacle suit in the traditional deck. So you've got the King of Clocks, the Queen of Clocks, the Knight of Clocks, the Page of Clocks, the Ace of Clocks. That's when Marty and the Doc are in Back to the Future Part 3. The Two of Clocks, the Three of Clocks, the Four of Clocks, the Five of Clocks. This is when this is Back to the Future Part 2, when I can't remember what the character's name is, but this is when he gets all the horse racing results, and then goes back to the future and becomes a rich man because of it. Six of Clocks, Seven of Clocks, Eight of Clocks, Nine of Clocks, and 10 of Clocks. Wow. So let me shuffle these cards first before I give you my first impressions. So they're quite a smooth shuffle. I'd say that they're kind of like make playing cards, kind of stock, smooth matte. They are on the bit on the thick side, so I don't know whether a bridge shuffler or a riffle shuffler would enjoy shuffling these cards, but definitely an overhand shuffler would enjoy the shuffling experience. Okay, so what are my first impressions? Because I'm also a Back to the Future fan, and I've watched all three films, I could kind of understand why the archetypes were used. But I do think that if you haven't watched the film before, or the films before, you might struggle with relating the archetypes to the tarot meanings. I mean, like, for example, this character here, I can't remember who this character is, but I know this character. and I know these characters. So I like the artwork because it was easy for me to identify most of the characters in this based on the art illustrations. But I just think that you have to know the film to be able to understand it. Or maybe if you read the guidebook, which to me is quite well written for a little white book. The guidebook actually links the characters in, you know. So for example, for the lovers, it says here, love is the power that makes the world go round, as Marty and Jennifer know. The lovers card can represent harmony and balance. It shows a connection that is meaningful, mutual and magical. The lovers card drawn up, you know, it just gives you the meanings, but it actually links the characters to the film to the cards. So I guess if you read the book, you might be able to work with this deck. But I think that I personally feel that you have to know the films to understand the archetypes. Like this one, I think this could be the bar attendant in Back to the Future Part 3 that stops the fight between Marty and the other guy. But you know, I don't know what this represents in the film, but most of them I do understand. So for me, if you're a Back to the Future fan like I am, you definitely enjoy this deck. It's a great novelty deck, but as I said before, I do think that you have to know the film to be able to appreciate this deck. So thanks so much for watching. I will add a link to this deck in the description bar. Bye for now.